Welcome to the Sports 2.0 Network, the Get Your Kids to Bed version. I am Rodney Newpol, live in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. That is Tim Round Mound of Rebound Van Stratton. Good evening, Tim.
Yeah, a very original nickname on my part. Definitely has never been thought of before. I want to know more about what's going on in Rodneyville right now because you opened up the broadcast with a cigar in your mouth and you look like you're living your absolute best life right now.
Well, we got to do the Sports 2.0 intro first. We'll be back after the quick intro. This is the Sports 2.0 Network. Get the kids to bed version.
I mean, panelists still.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to Tanner. I don't know, bro. Hey, man. So we just finished up the eye gathering here in Fort Lauderdale. Grateful Palate. Great night for her out here at the. Like I said, the Grateful Palate. Really looking forward to talking to you, Tim. Tim, I missed you on Sunday night, dude.
Yeah, so I had a bone to pick with you because I was sitting here. I rushed back from Chicago because I was in Chicago all weekend. I rushed back. I made sure I'm at my home. I'm in front of a laptop. I got my microphone earlier than 9 o'clock, and I just never hear from Rodney until I think the following afternoon. Like, not even a courtesy text or anything.
My flight didn't even get in until like 1 o'clock in the morning, bro.
Courtesy text. That's it. Be like, oh, by the way, we don't have a show tonight. So I just stood in my basement for 20 hours. I was starving. It was cold and dark. Not fun.
My bad, dude.
Nah, it's cool.
I hope you're okay. We're back Wednesday night. It is Wednesday. What is today? Like June 9th? Wednesday, June 9th, 2021.
That's right.
World of sports. All right, let's start. Let's start with the NBA. Who wins the Western Conference? We've got Phoenix. We've got Denver. We've got the Clips. We got the Jazz. Who wins the Western Conference? It's not going to be the Lakers, Mr. Tim. Who is it going to be?
Oh, we got something for the Lakers. We got quite a bit on the Lakers in the See Ya list and the GCD, which I hope we get to our first ever GCD of the week.
Should be good,
The West right now is interesting. Now, to me, the East is going to be won by Brooklyn. I don't think that there's any sort of doubt about that, at least on my end and most basketball fans. But the West is very, very intriguing. I am really intrigued by Utah. And I know that you kind of poo-pooed Utah, and I think you'd see it them even before the playoffs started. And I have to admit, I think that we've all been underrating Donovan Mitchell a little bit.
Oh, yeah. He's been absolutely outstanding in that series. 45 points last night. And, and the only loss the Jazz have so far was in a game he didn't play.
Right.
They won. They beat Memphis 4 straight, and then they won last night. So, maybe I'll take my L on that one, much like taking the L on the Lakers winning the NBA Finals.
Yeah, and I wonder if Donovan Mitchell now is at that point where he is good enough to single-handedly carry his team to a victory. It kind of feels like that because we see those like 40-point, 50-point outbursts from him. He had another 40-plus yesterday against the Clippers. They were down double digits pretty early on and were able to storm back and ended up winning that game. And I think it's all credit to him. So Utah now with a true star changes everything for me because that was their one weakness going in.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. So, if you were betting on the West right now, who are you taking?
I guess, and maybe this just depends on odds and things because I would like to know sort of what the value is. I mean, who's the new favorite? The Lakers were the favorite, but who's the new favorite now on the books?
I mean, I think it is. I think it's Utah.
They got home court advantage. It's hard to argue against that, really.
Yeah, now Phoenix leads their series 1-0, and and I guess you look at Devin Booker. Who has the better chance of carrying their team straight on their back, Devin Booker or Donovan Mitchell?
Who has the better chance? I think it's Donovan Mitchell. I know that Devin Booker got crazy, crazy hot, but I feel like Phoenix can also rely on Chris Paul to sort of keep the offense moving and sort of make sure everyone is doing what they're supposed to do. I feel like if Donovan Mitchell doesn't have an exceptional game, then Phoenix is just not the same, or excuse me, Utah is just not the same team.
Yeah. I just see it Utah about 2 weeks ago, so it's hard to say that they are now going to be the champion. So here's what I'm going to do. I'll take the Phoenix Suns.
Okay.
Suns in the finals against the Nets. How intriguing of a matchup would that be? I don't know. I mean, you got
Suns Nets. I mean, that's Steve Nash coaching against his former team.
You are right. Yeah.
That's pretty interesting. I know that it's two teams that really over the last decade haven't done much of anything.
No.
And it kind of just ushers in sort of that new NBA. I mean, it's the first time in 30 years that we haven't had, LeBron or Steph or Kobe or Shaq in the finals. It's just a very different playoffs from what we're used to.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what I'll go with. I'll go with the Nets and I'll go with the Suns. And that could change Sunday. Sure, right? It's our show. We can change it if we want.
I mean, you see it, a team that hadn't had a playoff game yet. So
let's move real quickly. So, I mean, Brooklyn's the best team left, right? I mean, do we have any doubts about that?
I really don't anymore. I think that game 2 drubbing against Milwaukee made me realize that, hey, perhaps not having a great defense doesn't really matter in today's NBA, because if you can just have an offense that is so much better than everyone else, where you can put up 125, where you could dominate without James Harden, you're probably fine.
Right.
So, and I wasn't expecting Blake Griffin to become the Blake Griffin of 2011, but yet that's happening. They seem like they're so in sync right now. They have their chemistry. They're clearly going to the NBA Finals, and we'll see how they match up with whoever they win. But I do think they're the best team left at this point.
Do you think the Hawks can beat the 76ers in a 7-game series? I know they won game 1. Can they win a whole 7-game series?
I think they could. What happens if Joel Embiid re-aggravates his injury?
Oh, definitely. Then Atlanta wins.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I wonder, is Trae Young good enough to carry them throughout that whole series?
I don't know about throughout the whole series, but certainly Trae Young will have a game this series where he puts up 49 points and they end up winning.
Yeah, right.
That's going to happen. I don't know. I still think Philadelphia ultimately wins that series, but I don't think it is as much of a sure thing as it was maybe 3-4 days ago.
Yeah, right. Well, I was very surprised Atlanta won game 1, and I figured Philadelphia would bounce back in game 2, but actually I'm a little bit surprised it was as close as it was. I really thought Philadelphia would really bounce back and blow Atlanta out in game 2. Mm-hmm. Atlanta's pesky, man. There's something about them that just makes them pesky. Now, they did lose Hunter for the rest of the season, which is a little bit of a depth loss for them, a guy that comes in and does his job. So that's going to hurt. But you're right. If Joel Embiid misses, any type of action, you're right. Atlanta's probably the favorite.
It changes a lot right there. It really does. And by the way, so Atlanta, it should be noted. So they were 4-1, right, in their series against the Knicks?
Yes.
Okay, so they're 5-2 in the postseason?
Yes.
So I'm just going to point out, with Nate McMillan as their head coach, they are 32-13.
That's impressive.
That's very good. 32-13, that's over 45 games. They've been one of the best teams in all of basketball. And that's with John Collins missing some time thrown in there too. At that point, we have to realize, okay, this team's pretty good.
Yeah, they figured it out. They certainly figured it out. And, I guess we look at, I know it's too early to look at next year, but, I know a lot of things can happen in free agency, but if they were able to pick up a player or two with the current roster they have, you could be looking at Atlanta as, a favorite out of the East.
Are they a free agent destination? Or are they a team that's just going to have to rely on drafting lottery guys and assembling that way?
I could see somebody wanting to come play with Trae Young.
Yeah, I could too. And I know John Collins is a restricted free agent, and I think that they should do everything they can to try to re-sign him because he's pretty important.
He's pretty important. Yeah, you are correct. All right, let's move to the ice real quick. So you can give the update real quick. It sounds like the Boston Bruins are going to be named later on our show in the SEA list, correct?
Officially will be on the SEA list. Yeah, led by Brock Nelson, a couple goals. The Islanders defeated the Bruins today 6-2. A ruckus crowd. By the way, did you see what's going on with the with this New York Saints thing?
No.
So there was some. Who's the coach of Boston again? Cassidy?
Bruce Cassidy, yeah.
So Cassidy, after Game 5, it was a Game 5 in
Yeah.
Boston that the Islanders ended up winning. Cassidy was complaining a lot about some of the officiating, and
he did that against the Blues in 2019. Shut up, Cassidy.
So I guess that's sort of his thing, but he made a jab that the referees are treating the Islanders like the New York Saints, like they can't do anything wrong. So now it's sort of become like a running thing with the New York Saints, and you had Islanders fans who are dressing up like priests because now they've taken this whole New York Saints things to heart, kind of like how when the Hurricanes were the jerks after Don Cherry called them a bunch of jerks. Same sort of deal. So now the New York Saints are advancing to the Final Four.
I love it. it. So we've got two surprise teams in the Final Four. And
are the Islanders a surprise team though when they were literally in the Final Four just last year?
Yeah, I mean, probably. I still think so because I think if you were talking to NHL fans, you have Pittsburgh, who had a really nice season, the regular season. You've got three big markets there. Pittsburgh, you've got Boston, you've got Washington. They're a surprise to me. I did not project the Islanders to be, well, I'll just go ahead and say, in the Eastern Conference Finals, because that's what it is. Mm-hmm. I know there's going to be 3 Eastern Conference teams and 1 Western, but it's the Eastern Conference Finals to me. It always will be. But yeah, it's a surprise to me that they're there. Now they'll get Tampa Bay, and that's probably the next question that we have. Well, it is the next question we have there. Can anybody beat the Lightning? I mean, I know we got Vegas, Colorado still trying to figure out who wins that series, but I'm not sure anybody can beat the Lightning. I mean, they're, as Carolina's Twitter said, they are the defending champs for a reason.
So I think the Islanders and their style was able to work against Boston because Boston has one phenomenal line, but past that, you can really beat them. The goalie situation, Tuukka Rask is good, but I don't think he's elite anymore. Tampa Bay has star power.
Yeah.
They have depth.
Yeah.
And they have potentially the best goalie in all of hockey.
Yeah.
Not to mention all of the experience of just winning a Stanley Cup. They went through Carolina like it was nothing. And Carolina was the best team in that division this year, a really, really good hockey team all around. And Tampa Bay just took them out easily. Can anyone beat the Lightning? Yes. Will anyone beat the Lightning? I'm starting to think no. And if you ask me right now, regardless of that Colorado-Vegas series, I think Tampa Bay goes back-to-back.
And I think Vegas wins that series now.
Yeah, I want to see what the shot totals were yesterday, but I saw a stat, Rodney, where after that Game 1, that Colorado just absolutely handled them, games 2, 3, and 4, Vegas outshot Colorado 119-63.
Oh my goodness, that's wild. And the top line for Colorado has been pretty non-existent, really.
Yeah, I mean they've held him in check. Like Rantanen, who had a 9-game point streak, went pointless in his last 2. Yep. So I think Vegas has sort of figured out Colorado a little bit. I think Philip Grubauer has definitely come back down to earth. Yeah, I think Vegas is in a good position to bury them tomorrow, which wouldn't that be something after the Avalanche through the first 6 games of the postseason looked like they were invincible.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think we both are in agreement. We're looking at, if we had to predict right now, we're looking at Vegas, Tampa. In a July Stanley Cup in 2 hot cities.
I will say, yeah, probably Vegas against Tampa, and then my money would be pretty good on Tampa in that series. Montreal surprised everyone, so who knows?
Montreal has won 7 straight games, so it's certainly interesting there. But, yeah, that's kind of look at the National Hockey League. We could talk baseball, but my team stinks and your team stinks. And,
hey, my team has won 10 of their last 15, buddy. Speak for yourself.
My team's lost 6 straight, but I believe they're winning tonight. So
that's good.
Yeah, we're going to get back on the winning track. But I don't know. We don't necessarily need to talk baseball. There's also the Palmetto tomorrow. I'm not terribly interested in that. We'll save all of our golf talk for next week.
I'm just going to point out our 30-second golf preview last week where I was like, yeah, I guess Jon Rahm. This seems like a Jon Rahm week. That was one bullcrap test away from being really smart. That's the analysis right here on the put your kids to bed version of the show.
And that was certainly an interesting scenario that happened there. Obviously, walking off the course after day 3, and and then being tested positive for COVID. So once again, this is the Get the Kids to Bed version of the Sports 2.0 Network show. I am Rodney Newport. He's Tim. Who are you tonight? You are.
I'm round mound of rebound Van Stratton. That's
Tim,
right.
Round mound of rebound Van Stratton. All right, let's get to our GCD, our gutless choking dog of the week. Tim, this is kind of your segment now. This is probably more of a me saying, but I have now turned this over to you as the gutless choking dog of the week segment. That's all you. Go ahead.
So we got to go all the way back to Thursday on this one. It seems like it was an eternity ago when the Lakers were eliminated in a brutal fashion in 6 games to the Phoenix Suns. My gutless choking dog of the week is one Kyle Kuzma. Of all of the disappointing players on the Lakers, I'm specifically mentioning Kyle Kuzma, who in the 6 games, this playoff series, went 4 for 23 from beyond the arc. Now, it's really, really bad. And it's especially bad when you go back and you think they traded Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball, but kept Kyle Kuzma for Anthony Davis. It's not aging very, very well, and Kyle Kuzma has regressed, and his shooting was just not there all series, and it really hurt the team. So Kyle Kuzma, my GCD of the week.
Yeah, and what happened? He just is not as engaged, or just not shooting the ball very well. I guess I just don't. I mean, he's not that bad of a player.
No, he's not that bad of a player, but he's also not that good of a player. I think he's incredibly limited, and I think that we've seen the best of Kyle Kuzma. Brandon Ingram, he was so young, you could see the upside, and clearly he's gotten better as the years go on. Kyle Kuzma, we may have seen the best of him in year 1 or year 2.
Yeah. Hey, I got to ask you, you asked me at the beginning of the show about what I'm doing. You went out and played a little golf today, right?
Yeah, I did. My first time golfing since March, but I got to tell you, Rodney, I played great. I really did. I played great. Skeeter played great. We had a couple other people. We did a 18-hole scramble as a team. We shot a 57.
Did you win?
No. So we didn't finish in the top 3 because there are some insane players who were like, yeah, we've birdied every hole. First place was a 47.
That's incredible.
I also am very skeptical of people's scores. I'm just going to throw that out there. I feel like drunkies are out there be like, oh, put a 2 for everything. But 47, 51, 53 were the top 3 scores, and we ended up 57. So we couldn't have been that far off, but we played great today. We really did.
That's incredible. That's incredible. And always fun to play a little golf with Skeeter.
Yeah, and that, for those wondering, is the main reason why I am not in drink mode following rule number 1. I have water because I had about 5 or 6 drinks. On the golf course today, so I'm hoping that makes up for a little bit, and I'm just very dehydrated.
I've held up my end of the bargain today as well. Trust me.
Yeah.
So
you seem like you're on one right now.
Yeah, I've held up my end of the bargain. But anyways, let's move on to the SIA list. It's a little bit extensive tonight. We typically go right around 30 minutes. We still have about 11 minutes left of the show. Now, we may not be able to take all 11 minutes. Here's my worry. I don't want my phone battery to die. Because number 1, I don't know if you know how to handle the rest of the show. And for number 2, I don't know as if I know how to get back to my hotel. And no, I'm not drunk. I'm not, I'm sobered up from that point. But anyway.
Yeah, you sound great.
Yeah. I don't know if I can get back to my hotel without my mask.
Real quick, Rodney, your dad wants to know if the Kraken can emulate what Vegas did in expansion.
It's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult to see what the Kraken do. And from a Blues perspective, as a Blues fan, and I know as a Ducks fan for you, it's interesting to see what the team will do and who they will leave unrestricted.
There's a lot of potentially very big name players that could be available. And if Seattle wants to take on some of that salary, they can. And they can put together a very good team in the very short term. But I don't think that they want to do that. I think that they're thinking long term.
Yeah, and I don't see them emulating Vegas. No. I don't see it. I mean, I think they can be competitive, but you're right. I think they'll go for some younger, longer term contract guys. And
Vegas was just the perfect mix. Just everything they did just seemed to work, and it's just really hard to repeat that.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's move to the See You list. Last 10 minutes of the show. Once again, this is the Get the Kids to Bed versions of the Sports 2.0 network. And let's do the first one. Tim, here's number one.
Keep in mind, Rodney, this is a week's worth of Sias, and some of these don't even apply anymore, okay?
All
right. Sia, Jason Day.
Yeah, bye, Jason.
Mark Scheifele. Remember he got suspended for that cheap shot?
Yes, Winnipeg Jets.
Matt Kuchar withdrew, I think, first round.
Withdrew, yep.
Kyle Lewis, the reigning rookie of the year, injured.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Andrew Vaughn, who was on the COVID list, who's now back. Again, not applicable. Applicable.
But here's the deal. We have the See You list going from one show to the next.
Exactly.
We took a show off. We got a long list. Go ahead.
Yeah, just how it goes. See ya, Bob Brenly.
What happened to him?
I don't think he got fired, but he got suspended for a week because he made that comment about Marcus Stroman, where Marcus Stroman was on the mound with the do-rag, and he's like, oh, I think Tom Seaver had one of those.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Which, like, I get why he was suspended, but, like, I literally laughed. I thought it was hilarious, but
yeah, right.
I'm insensitive. See ya, Tyler Webb, DFA'd. See ya, Portland Trailblazers.
Bye.
See ya, Anthony Davis.
Yeah, that hurt.
See ya, Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
That's okay. They didn't deserve to win. They were hurt. They played bad. It happens. See ya,
it doesn't hurt as bad after you win a championship, does it?
No, it doesn't. No. And there's a target on your back, but I think that next year, hopefully you're healthy and you get one more crack at it with LeBron in his prime.
With LeBron wearing number 6.
Wearing number 6. Oh, you know what? All right, late edition. See ya, LeBron James, number 23.
23. Yeah.
All right.
He knows how to market himself.
Which also see ya, Anthony Davis, number 3, because I think Anthony Davis is going to take over the 23.
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay. See ya, Ben Zobrist's World Series ring.
Yeah, but there's rumor that it's not actually his that's being auctioned off. He had an Insta pic of his real ring in his hand, so we'll see.
All right, so jury's still out on that one. See ya, Terry Stotts.
See ya, Terry.
See ya, Kelly in Vegas.
What'd she do?
They dug up some old tweets from like 9 years ago of her using some homophobic slurs, and 2 weeks after ESPN hired her, they had to fire her.
Bye, Kelly.
She doesn't seem like she's the best.
Uh-uh.
See ya, Steve Clifford.
Bye, the dog.
Sorry, that was really funny. See ya, John Rahm.
Yeah. Sorry, John. I don't know what to tell you. You tested positive. Maybe if you get the vaccine, it wouldn't happen.
True that. See ya, Roger Federer.
Yeah.
He just lost, right? Or did he withdraw? Or?
No, I think he withdrew. But see you anyway.
See ya, Kwang Hyun Kim.
How
long is he out for?
Oh, they're all hurt.
Everyone's hurt. They're all terrible. See ya, Julio Jones. Traded. Yeah. We do count trades on the see ya list.
Yeah, see you from Atlanta, and welcome to Tennessee, where you are now going to be on a very talented team.
I don't know if there's enough ball to go around to please everyone. I think everyone's fantasy value is going to take a hit now as a result.
Yeah, but who cares about fantasy value?
Who cares? Exactly. See ya, Ariel Helwani.
Don't know much there.
Just not with ESPN anymore.
Bye.
See ya, Dallas Mavericks.
Yep, bye, Dallas.
See ya, Max Domi. Just
all
injured.
Right.
Again, very thorough see ya list here, Rodney.
Yep,
see ya, Evan Longoria.
DL.
Yeah, DL, 4 to 6 weeks. Having a very good year. Obviously the Giants are in general, but he's having a great year in particular.
The Giants have been incredible this year.
When's it going to fade?
There's 3 teams in that division, and they're all 3 pretty good.
Yeah, might be all 3 in the playoffs. Who knows? See ya, Jared Kelnick.
Yep, by 094 or whatever he's batting, 091.
I was on an 0 for 39 hitless streak before they finally send him down. Which, by the way, for all of the, I think it'll be up before then. But for all of the agents who are upset about Major League Baseball and owners for holding guys out, or basically keeping guys down in the minor leagues, this is not a good argument when Jared Kelnick comes up and hits 094.
No, not good. Not good. And I guess, I don't know, maybe you got to it, but see a Bobby Witt Jr.'s home run?
I don't have that on there, but see a Bobby Witt Jr.'s home run. See a Brian Hayes' home run as well.
Neither one of them. Same night. Didn't happen. Long triple. So what? So Bobby Witt Jr.'s home run actually goes down as a 450-foot triple.
Yeah. I mean, Hayes clearly didn't touch first.
No.
It is what it is. I don't believe the Witt thing, though, for a second. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah. It looked like bad umpiring to me.
Which, shocker. See a Kid Rock.
Where's he doing?
I think there was some video of him with homophobic slurs, which, amazing. Kid Rock, not the most sensitive guy.
I'm surprised.
Color me shocked, Rodney Newple.
Yeah.
We got a few more here. See ya, Winnipeg Jets. Big see ya, Mike Conley. Didn't play game 1. They managed to win, though, but dealing with a little bit of an injury, so see ya.
No surprise.
See ya, Chris with a K Davis. DFA'd by the Texas Rangers.
Okay.
4 straight years of hitting 242, right? Isn't that the stat?
Like 45 home runs.
But he's terrible now. So now we got 2 bad Chris Davises, not just the one. See ya, Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah, be a bunch of jerks.
See ya, Coco Gauff.
Yeah. I'll just move on from that one.
See ya, Adbert Alzolay. Blister IL.
After he got lit up.
After he got lit up. And that was the Cubs' best pitcher this year. Things are not going well for the Cubs and the pitching staff, but they find a way to win games still.
Still first place.
Yeah. See ya, another ball to Patrick Wisdom. He's got like 8 home runs this year.
Yeah. Incredible. Cardinal farmhand.
See ya, Nate Bjorkgren. Did you have any idea who Nate Bjorkgren was?
I've heard the name, but I don't know much about him. That one kind of bores me.
He was the head coach of the Indiana Pacers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see ya, guy.
Fired today. See ya, Ian Kennedy.
Yeah.
IL, Texas Rangers. See ya, DeAndre Hunter.
Yep.
And then last but not least, within the show, we've added see ya, Boston Bruins.
Tim, that was a good list, my man.
Long, I told you. Well, this is what happens. You skip a show, and they just keep piling up. But a lot of see-yas in the sports world, and that's what I like about this segment. There's always going to be see-yas.
Yeah, and we'll have some more on Sunday. We're going to be back on Sunday. I'll be back in town. We'll have a show. We'll do it. We'll do it with rule number 1 in place. We'll follow all the rules. But
I'm just curious.
It's time to log off for now. I got 6% left on this phone.
Rory, real quick before your phone dies, what is the Rodney Newple plan for the rest of the evening? Is it going out and partying in Florida? Is it just smoking a cigar on your deck? What's the plan?
You know what? It's about time to call it quits. It really is. It's about time to get back to the hotel. Just calm it down a little bit. I fly out tomorrow afternoon, fly back home. Like to go home, see the kids. We got a little baseball tournament over the weekend. So I think the fun is coming to an end. And I think it's just time to call it quits. It is 10:30 out here Eastern time, so you know I'm approaching 40 years old. It's getting late, my man.
Night's just getting started, man.
Yeah.
See what's out there in the Lauderdale.
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know if I want to be too many places that I don't know after dark, bro. I'm kind of a wimp.
It's probably good advice.
I'm not really the toughest.
Don't listen to me. I had like 5 or 6 drinks on the golf course today. Don't listen to any of my advice.
Yeah. All right, man. We got to go, man. We're almost to 30 minutes.
I'm ready to call it now. 28 minutes, 40 seconds. I feel comfortable with this show today, Rodney. Go charge your phone. Go get a good night's sleep. Go smoke your cigar, and we'll see you again on Sunday.
Sounds good, man. This is the Sports 2.0 Network, to get the kids to bed version. I am Rodney Newple. He is Tim Round Mound Rebound Machine Van Stratton. Did I get it right?
It's just round mound of rebound. I don't think there's a machine in there. We can make one, though.
Tim Round Mound of Rebound Van Stratton. This is the Sports 2.0 Network. Good night, everybody. So long until next time, right here on the Sports 2.0 Network.